Hi and welcome to another video from Dale Farm. This one covering sheep and haymaking mostly. And we're starting off the video with Mabel. So Mabel has spent a few days being in at night and out in the day. But we've moved the sheep to fresh pasture yesterday and she's gone out with them and she spent last night outside for the first time. She looks fine. So we've just brought her some nuts up because we're still trying to feed her up and get some weight and condition back on her. But other sheep have obviously seen us coming and they think something's happening. But no, you guys, you just need to go back to normal. And there's Bambi with the blue in the middle. Bambi blue. And the weather, very changeable again, very drizzly, heavy showers, then a bit of hot sunshine for a few minutes, so quite unpredictable. Hello, baby Doris. And the few sheep here that are gathered around the gate is Doris, and then the white-faced sheep are all homebred ewes. Good morning, it is Tuesday the 28th of July. And behind me in this pen here, I've got a young sheep, a homebred sheep, one of last year's lambs, so we'll call her a hog. And she's pretty much gone down with the same symptoms as Mabel. Rapid deterioration, weight loss, and now she can't stand up. So, as you can see, she's sort of trying to stand. So she's had a couple of jabs, one of them a painkiller, one of them some antibiotics, and I've been feeding her the natural yogurt in the same way that I did for Mabel, and we've treated her for fluke. Now some of the signs that she had, one day she had quite a lot of swollen liquid, like swelling under her jaw, which is a sign that she perhaps has got bottle jaw, which is a sign of parasites. So she's been fully wormed. We've also phoned our vet and asked for the advice of the vet, whether they think that it's possible that we would have fluke on our land, because fluke is generally associated with marshy land, wet land, because I think it comes from, the parasite comes from, or the worm comes from like a mud snail, and our land, as you can see, is sort of higher ground, quite reasonably well draining really in comparison, so it's not the sort of land that you would associate with fluke. So we've taken the advice of the vet, and they seem to think that the most likely scenario with her and with Mabel is something that she's eaten. So we're just hoping that she pulls through. She's looking a bit brighter. She definitely enjoys the TLC and the attention. So just watch this space, really.
About a month ago, you know, we had rifles back there. They were perfect. Well, they would have been the first to say anything was wrong, wouldn't they? Yeah. All right.
Here I am in the pen with her, giving her some yogurt, which I was doing at least twice a day, and she really seemed to enjoy it. And I gave Mabel the yogurt via a syringe, but this one actually seems to really like it. And she's eating it out of my hand. This is multitasking. Feeding the sheep with one hand and recording for YouTube with the other. Right, what's happening with you today?
Well, I'm going to mow another about 15 acres. The weather forecast is looking a bit better till Friday, and we are wrapping it up, so I think we can get it, but it's very disappointing weather. I mean, yesterday was just really back end, like cold and wet and windy.
16 mil of rain yesterday.
Nothing we can do about it, but I'm going to give it a crack, because you have to just watch these breaks in the weather and go for it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's right. I would tell it nice as well. It's sort of.
although she seemed weak and not in a very great condition, she was still eating, and so the fact that she hadn't lost her appetite made me feel like there was hopefully a chance that she could pull through in the same way that Mabel did. Hello! Dad's gone haymaking. It's been raining about every half hour, a heavy shower. It's very stormy weather. I'm currently just sat in my car on the campsite because it's very windy and rainy, and I'm waiting to welcome people. That is my daily job between the hours of about 2 and 6 is I hang around on the campsite to welcome people, and I try and get on with some admin during that time. And then prior to that, other jobs are farm jobs, ordering things for the campsite, cleaning jobs, laundry, cooking in the house, cleaning in the house, maybe exercising, living my life as well. So yeah, I'm just going to show you how the wind is going. The trees were certainly not very happy. There was a lot of loud noise from the fact the trees are in full leaf and the branches blowing around. Lots of black clouds swirling around. So 1 minute bright and the next minute absolutely hammering it down with heavy rain. And as this is our summertime, it is disappointing when the weather's like this, because it's not very nice to be outside and it's not very enjoyable, certainly for welcoming campers. So this is the view from the car as I was sheltering. And we do find that the weather affects our mood, and the constant rain and drizzle and uncertainty with the weather that we've been experiencing throughout June and July really has made life on the farm and outside not as enjoyable as it could be, let's say.
I said that it's been such an unsettled time. Well, the weather's just been hopeless really from June onward. We had 3 or 4 days nice weather. Well, about a week the end of June, but it was a bit too early for us to start then. And also I'm on various schemes that we can't. So we've been trying to look for these breaks in the weather, and it did give a break in the weather from yesterday, and improving picture. But yesterday was atrocious. It was showery and so windy, but I'm glad I mowed it. We mowed about 15 acre down in the village to clear up on Friday. It just given an improving picture for then, but it's a poor season really.
And you were saying you don't need your sun cream?
No, I joked with Peter because he's coming up. We're going to work it today, and I said, make sure you've got plenty of sun cream. He said, I've got a hot water bottle and a hip flask.
And a surprise visit we had was from 2 ladies, sisters, who came to Dale Farm to relive their memories of being here as evacuees during the war. They are from Derby, and they spent time living here when my dad's granddad was here. They had memories of which bedroom they stayed in, and apparently there used to be a pear tree in the garden, and they used to climb out of the window and down the pear tree. And I would probably say that it's the same windows, except for now they've got so many layers of paint on them they don't open fully, and there's no way you could climb out. But yes, these lovely ladies, they visited before, but I've never met them, so I was really happy to be able to meet them and make them a cup of tea. They were very joyful and full of life. Today, it's always good.
Well, with about 12 or 13 acre of hay down here, I mowed it on Tuesday. That's right, it was a disappointing day. I had the windscreen wipers on most of the time, but it did talk of the weather improving as the week went on. And yesterday was blustery and cold. We worked it yesterday. Today has been much better. We've worked it twice today, this morning and this afternoon, and it's given a very good day tomorrow. Hoping to bail it tomorrow. So we'll take it from there.
Can you see them? So as requested, this is the land down the village. It's, as you can see, quite a lot flatter than the fields that we have up at Dale Farm. But for that reason, during the winter, it can get quite wet in comparison to our fields at the top, which drain a lot better. But the views are lovely, and I did enjoy showing you the views across over to Little Longston, which is the village that you can see in the distance, and then right round to Monsell Head, which is the dramatic hill that you can see in the background. She's so sweet. She's literally drinking the yogurt out of my hand. Today she's also had another wormer to treat her for pole worm. So 24 hours we should see whether the worms have been evicted, and she should hopefully start to improve, because she does look like she is anemic, which would be one of the symptoms. And this is just good for her, lots of protein. And in a brief interlude from life at Dale Farm, we decided to take our van on one stunning day that we had and wild camp about 8 miles away, I think, from home, in this beautiful location. And we got up to see the sunrise. So here it is, a while after the sun came up. Absolutely stunning. This is the Hope Valley region. Although I say I got up to see the sunrise rather than Nick, who actually stayed in the camper van because he couldn't get out of bed to enjoy that view. So we just had a few hours in the morning before we started our busy day at work. On the campsite we went swimming, and then we stopped to look at the view over near to the Great Longston where we live on the way home. It was absolutely beautiful, and we haven't had very many days like that this summer. When I returned back to the farm, I was very disappointed to see that the sheep was not looking good, and I was really worried because I was hoping that she would have perked up, but she was definitely having what we would describe as a bit of a down day, so just giving her as much love and attention as we could. Right, so it is Friday the 30th. Today might be the 31st of July. I look horrible. Just like to say that I think I look horrible. I'm hot and I'm bothered. I've been working on the campsite, and alongside that, yesterday we gave Cassie, I've called her, the poorly hog, a different worming dose, and we think that she may have flushed out the worms, and as a consequence she's gone downhill. So today she's had antibiotics and a steroid. She's been eating yogurt out of my hand, which we've seen, but today her appetite went, so I've been syringing the yogurt into her and water. It's a really hot day here, so I need to make sure that she keeps her fluids up, and she just likes being petted and she likes being talked to, and she perks up when she definitely perks up when she hears your voice. Over there's Mabel and Doris. I've just given them a handful of nuts each. They're both fine, doing well. Mabel's doing well at the moment, but we are going to bring all the ewes in and give them this different wormer, which is for Barber's pole worm, because we think that could be what happened. She's only a young sheep, she's only one, so it's more susceptible. She's more susceptible. So that's that really. We're just praying and hoping and loving her and hoping that she pulls through. I sing to her, I talk to her in a silly voice. Hello girl, because she lays there looking sad. And same as Mabel, she's not stood up for a few days, but she perks up when she hears your voice. So keep giving her the TLC treatment. Hello girl. I definitely get very attached to the animals, and particularly when they're as gorgeous as this one is. How could you not help them and want to give them as much love and attention as you possibly can? And also seeing that I could make a difference to her by keeping her buoyant, keeping her mood up. As you can see, she was really loving the yogurt, and so it was anything that we could do to make her feel better. We were doing it, but in the process getting very attached and falling very much in love, which is always risky when working with animals when nothing is certain. So that's the end of this video. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I will bring you the second part or the next part to what happens with Cassie very soon. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.